Right, Phil, you've been here for 2 or 3 weeks now. How are you finding life at Cheltenham Town?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, the training's good. I'm close to me home, where I grew up. The lads are really good, fun to be around with, and really enjoyed the gaffer and Neil's sessions. So
yep.
Overall, yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Brilliant. For somebody sort of coming in from the outside, have you got any ideas why the away form's been so solid in recent times? I mean, they're 7 unbeaten away from home, but you've sort of been stumbling a bit at home, which is different to what it was earlier in the season. You got any idea why?
I don't think you need to look into it as much as that. I think it's just one of them. You know, it's got nothing to do with how bad. Well, obviously, you do play. You know, if you get beat, you're not playing your best. But I don't think it's got anything to do with home and away form. I think that's just the way it's gone. I think that's just the way its run was. I mean, you know, Port Vale got a man sent off, and they played really well at Port Vale. Could have easily happened at home. I don't think it's anything you need to look into. I don't think it's superstitious or anything to do with the crowd or the pitch. I think it's just the fact that that's the way results go. If you got it's a long season, you're going to get little runs away from home. You're going to get little bad runs at home. So I don't think it's anything to look into.
Yeah, more coincidence than anything else, right?
Well, not so much a coincidence, but like this, like I said, the season's a long process, and things like this do happen. Probably happen to all sorts of teams. So, I mean, you know, sooner or later, and you know, the sooner the better. We're going to get a result at home, and it's going to be all forgotten about.
Yeah, you came on for your debut at Northampton. I remember talking to you after that. You were a bit disappointed with your performance there. I know you didn't have much time, but have you've been a bit pleased with your cameo performances since then, in the game since then?
To be honest, I've just been chucked on really at the end, where I've got to win a few headers and try and. I like me. I thought I did all right when I come on against. Who was it? Where it was Accrington. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I was on in the pitch for a little bit, and we got a goal. It's good to be on the pitch when your team scores a goal. And then after that, I put in a cross for Wes, and if that had gone in, I would have been on the pitch for about 5-10 minutes, and we would have been from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. But it didn't work out that way, and that's the way football goes. So I mean, that is the one little bright light that I can see since I've been here. But you know, it's not just about me. I mean, Jeff and Wes have done well. So I mean, I've got no complaints.
Yeah, I mean, the manager told you when he came in, didn't he, that those two scored a lot of goals this season. You might have to be patient and maybe be used as an impact player.
Yeah, it's the same as everything. I knew their record. I knew they were doing well. You got Wes, the sharp striker who gets most of the goals, and then you got Jeff who helps him out and does a bit of the hard work. You know, winning the odd flick-ons on that, and he's coming up with I think 9 this season. So they got a perfect. That's a perfect record for 2 strikers. So I'm not sitting here scratching my head or anything. That's perfectly normal for me. So fair play to them both.
Yeah, obviously we hope to get a start. You know, if you can make an impact.
Of course, I would. If you ask any footballer, he'd be pleased to get a start. But at the same time, you got to look at the bigger picture sometimes and realise that, like I said, Jeff and Wes are doing really well. Of course, I'd like to start. Of course, anyone would want to play football. But you know, I'm not knocking on the gaffer's door because there's no need to at the minute. Because like I said, Jeff and Wes are doing really well. If Jeff's scoring. If Jeff isn't scoring, Wes is scoring. If Wes isn't scoring, Jeff's scoring, and that's what you need from a striker. So, like I said, no complaints.
Yeah, the sort of the performance you put in against Cheltenham in the season against Barnet, is that stand out as your sort of? Is that what you're all about? Is that what you?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm about. The only thing about that game, I've played like that in other games. The only thing about that game is I got a couple of goals as well. I played like that against Wickham. We got a goal. I mean, I played like that against Bury, but didn't score. Obviously, as a striker, if you score goals, you're gonna get recognised, and that was the thing about that performance. I played well, but scored. But I was pretty pleased with the way I played at Barnet. Just sometimes the goals didn't come, but as a target man, it's a tiny bit harder, I think, to get in to get your goals as much as it is somebody who just plays off, plays behind, just plays on the last man, and that's football.
Yeah, you were brought in by Dagenham last season, so you sort of had a good experience with them getting promotion. What was that like last season?
Great experience. One of the best experiences of my life. Going to Wembley, and that's everyone's dream to play at Wembley, even if it was only play for 10 minutes. But it was an important part of the 10 most important minutes of the season. So yeah, that was a great experience, and it's something I'm going to probably look back on for me. But at the same time, I'd love to be there again one day. So I know it's at Old Trafford this year, but with whoever, or hopefully with Cheltenham, you never know. So we'll have to see. Yeah.
Few similarities between the clubs, I think, because they both come from non-league, come up into the Football League. Dagenham and Cheltenham have done well, and and obviously Dagenham now in League One. Cheltenham have had a little spell in League One. What do you think were the keys to Dagenham's success last year when they haven't got the biggest of budgets and not the biggest of crowds, but they've done well, haven't they?
And obviously the style of play suited the players. It's a good style of play. It's effective, and the lads have a good buzz about them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sort of with the fact that regardless, the lads don't think about the budget. We're not talking about we don't talk about budgets or anything like that. We just get on with what we're doing. But you can feel there's not so much pressure. You know, if you're in a club where there's a big budget, you're expected to do well, and whereas that maybe at Dagenham, we're expected to do well, but maybe not as much as someone who's on a load of money. And if you know what I'm trying to say there. So we just enjoyed it, and the lads did really well. And of course, you had lads like Benson and Green, and they were running the show at the time. So yeah, it was just a good atmosphere, and that's what you need—a really good atmosphere with a good manager.
Yeah, and Wes was there, sort of on the fringe as well. Didn't play as many games as you'd like, but were you not surprised at all when you started seeing him banging the goals for Cheltenham because of what you saw from him last season?
Yeah, I said this earlier. I think when he told me pre-season he was coming to Cheltenham, I thought it was a good move for him. I thought he'll tear it up in this league, and because I trained with him. I played up front with him in all the reserve games, and we didn't get a chance to play in the first team with each other because obviously we were both fringe centre forwards. But I remember at the time I thought to myself, do you know what, he's a good striker, he really could play up front with me if I was a target man. He was the playing off me. That's exactly what he's perfect for that role. Yeah. So I wasn't surprised one bit. I thought I'm expecting to do much better than what he's doing at the minute as well. So good luck to him. Yeah,
Wes, Jeff and yourself all came from non-league football. They were at professional clubs at a very young age, but can you just talk me through your route into professional football? Because it's quite you played at a lot of different levels and got your chance last year, but where did you originally start playing senior football?
Well, I originally started playing senior football at Portishead, my hometown, but as soon I played a couple of games for them, and then I was playing as in the county, and Gloucester wanted me to play for them, and Portishead wasn't in Gloucester, so Ormsbury Town offered me to play for them, and from then on I just went my way up. I've had my little jumps, but I've had to come back a couple of times to go further on again. So I've gone from Ormsbury to Clevedon. That was a jump in league, and then Clevedon back to Ormsbury, but Ormsbury then to Bath, and then it's gone like that. But I've just worked. I stuck at it. I love my football. So and I've just listened to what people say. And obviously with me dad, he's given me exactly the advice someone needs. I mean, he come from non-league football to go to Middlesbrough, so he knows what that's about. And I just listen to people and try and work as hard as I can. And just got to realise that football's a short career, and I've loved the game since I was 9 years old. So it's going to be a shame when it's all over. But I mean, just got to give it everything you've got, and that's what I've been doing. Hopefully, this isn't the end of the road for me. I've got to keep banging it, keep going away, keep working hard, and you never know what's in the future, what happens in the future.
Yeah, your dad's involved at Bristol City, is that right at the moment? Is he?
Yeah, he's a coach at Bristol City. Yeah, so and I think he enjoys that role. And great club, Bristol City, and it's a club probably it's close to me as well, because I've grown up since I can remember. Then my dad was playing for Bristol City, and he's been involved with that club from the majority of my life. So good club, and I think that's happy, I think.
Yeah, and it's probably no surprise that you're a striker coming from that family with your dad.
Yeah, well, he was a left winger. He wasn't exactly very different players. Me and my dad. He wasn't a target man. He was more of a tricky winger. With a great left foot. I'm right-footed, and my best foot is probably my head. So, a really good player. I like watching his the old videos of what he did. But like I said, totally different players. Couldn't get any further away. Really.
Yeah, just finish with the Oxford game, Phil. It's a local derby. They've had a good season so far, coming up from non-league, and it's if you can produce a sort of perform like maybe at Port Vale, that sort of performance, you fancy your chances of getting another good away result.
Yeah, definitely fancy your chances. We need a reaction after Lincoln, and that's it. You need a reaction, and when we do a reaction, I think you'll see it. So, but Oxford's a difficult place to go, and they're a good team. So, nothing's going to be taken lightly. But it's just hopefully just get the win.
Yeah.